Kavonna and Zoolander, take one. Action.
Thank you. Good job on the first try. A lot of people get it wrong. Okay, here we go right here. Okay. Yo, what do they call me? They call me Devin Zoolander. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Yeah, they call me Devin Zoolander. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And I look good on camera. You know I look good on camera now. Let's just, okay, I was with it too. So, you know, our guest right here is very energetic, and we need that kind of energy on this show because that's what makes the show live and people want to watch, because nobody wants to watch some stick in the mud that's just talking. So anyway, let me stop all this and let me just play something and intro you the right way. Okay, here we go.
Let's get it.
Okay. Here we go right here. All right. Let me get my smooth jazz voice on real quick. All right. That's right. So, here we go. Yo, what's up? It's your homie, Devin Zoolander, coming all the way live from Studio 9. And here with me today to my right is a woman that is very, very energetic, a woman that is very, very determined and driven, a woman that is strong as F. We will curse later in the show. A woman who has pink turf in her business. We'll tell you what that business is in a minute. A woman who looks flawless on camera, but also has a potty mouth, but also can hang with the fellas, but also can hang with the ladies. A woman that embodies everything that we appreciate on this show. So without further ado, it is my greatest honor to introduce to you the owner of Pout Fitness. Please put your hands together for the one and only Kavonna. That's enough. All right. We're going to move on. Just a real quick tutorial real quick before we get this started. I just want to let you know, and you can, well, you're right there, so it's cool.
Good right here?
Yeah, you're good right there. But what I was going to say, though, is that we have different sound effects. We don't touch the red one. That's what this is for.
Oh.
Now, let's just say, and I'm going to let you, and it's a little far, but I'm trying to move it closer to you because you're right there. But let's just say that, you know, one of us says something that, and I'm going to give you control to do this too.
Okay.
So one of us says something that's really, really funny, and we just really want to capture that with what do you do when something is funny? Can you press that orange button, please? All right, now turn it off, please. We don't need all that. That's all right. All right, let's keep it moving. Now, anytime you say something where it's like, oh, you doing it, girl. I see you, black woman. I see you doing what you do. Then you're going to hit the yellow button. Okay.
I like that one.
All right. Now, you know, as a woman that is just entering her prime, I mean, you know, someone that is just like you're really coming into your own. You've been a woman for a minute now, but now it's just like I'm different now. I've leveled up. I have my own business. I'm shitting on y'all. So, but you know, there are some guys that are going to come with the same weak game, and they just really don't know that they're dealing with someone who is just a little bit on a higher level. So if they come at you wrong in your DMs, you're going to hit the green button, which says, okay, and you have freedom to press that as many times as necessary throughout the course of this interview. Then you know what? Sometimes something is going to be funny, but it doesn't really require a lot of reaction. So you're going to hit that teal button. All right. Thank you very much. No, he's killing me. All right. Then what you're going to do is you're going to give us, you know what? You were driving with your sister. You know, you just got some gas, you know, normal stuff that people do when they have cars. And then, you know, you just notice that someone is in the rear view of your mirror. You turn, they turn. You go left, they go left. You're slowing down, they're slowing down. And it's giving you weird vibes. You would press the blue button. All right, and we're going to move along, and the purple button, we're going to ignore that because that's just a bunch of crickets or birds chirping, whatever that is. And now, you know, we're going to say this one time so we can get it out the way. So, some might say that you are kind of attractive. So, with that, there is a certain button that we have for our most beautiful of guests. And this button just allows you to get into your whole glamour. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Please press the pink button.
I like that one. That one fits me.
Yeah. So when that happens, so whenever you say something, this is what I want you to do. I want you to give yourself your own flowers. So if you say something that you feel like is fire, I want you to be like, ain't that right, girls? And I want you to look right into the camera and do your prettiest, cutest face that works for you because, you know, we know you're much more than that, but it don't hurt to have it, though. All right. So now that we've gotten that out the way, how are you today?
I'm great. I just got back from California.
I saw that. San Diego, right?
I was all over.
Oh, you went, okay. So the one I saw was from San Diego, but you kept moving around California.
San Diego, Santa Monica, Hollywood, like we were everywhere. It was great. That was my first time too.
Okay, so they're on business or fun or both?
Both.
Okay, great. I did see that you have a career as a video actress on top of what you're already doing as far as your business. So can you tell me about how you got into that?
So honestly, whenever I was younger, I always wanted to be a video model. But like the 90s, early 2000s, R&B like music video vibe. Just like you're a model, you're modeling, you look pretty, you know, a man singing to you. That's all I always wanted to do that. But I decided that I just want to do it for fun. So I started doing it. And then I was like, okay, I might as well just keep trying to do this because this is something I always wanted to do. So for me, I always kind of just want to make my dreams come true, even if it's something little. Like, I never expected to be in a big artist music video, but if I would, I'd be like, wow, younger Kavonna younger Kavonna would be proud.
Right, absolutely. So whenever you feel like you have an applause-worthy moment, you can hit the applause.
Oh, I forgot. I was gonna clap for myself.
Hey, you got. Okay, there you go.
Love that.
Okay, there you go, right there. And shout out to all the beautiful women in the world. Pink button, please.
Like that?
Yeah. Something like that. We trying to sell something here, so that'll work. All right. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're doing that. And what I really want to react to is that I think that sometimes in this era of us, I think sometimes we're too hard on women as far as what you choose to do.
Yes.
And it's like we either want you to be the super business person, the super serious business person, or we want you to be kind of like the eye candy, but someone like yourself that is multi-layered. I feel like a lot of us don't know what to do with you. So let me just pose this as a question. How are you able to make sure that you tend to all aspects of your personality?
So I love that you asked me that because that's kind of like a thing that I'm really about. So for women, I feel like the world puts us in a box. So you can only be intelligent, you can only be athletic, you can only be strong and loud, you can only be quiet, you only can be sexy. They only want us to be one kind of woman. And for me, I'm really all of those things. Like I love sports, I'm loud, I could be quiet, I could be shy, I can do this, I can do that, I'm smart, sometimes I'm dumb, you know what I mean? You could do everything, but for me, I had to learn how to do that. It wasn't a natural thing. And I started learning how to do that whenever I decided that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Because having all those different layers, it's actually going to help you in life and to be yourself. Because that's me. So honestly, for me to get to this point, being myself has helped me get to this point. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I try to explain it to the best of my ability because I think about that all the time.
Yeah, no, you did a great job. And I think the reason why that's important for you to say is because I think that it's easy for people to see you sweating, for people to see you squatting, for people to see you throwing around heavy weights. We get it. You're strong. And you should highlight that part, especially because not only is it part of your business, but before you made it a business, it was just who you are as far as your lifestyle. But at the same time, though, people expecting you to be that and to never turn up or to never say, hey, I was reading this book, or to never talk about, but then I did this video. And for you to show all of yourself, I think, like you said, we want women a lot of times to be one-dimensional, and then when they show us other dimensions, we want them to revert back to what we're most comfortable with. Yeah, or we get a lot of judgment too. So if you put yourself out there as a entrepreneur or like a boss lady, they want you to just be that. But then they see you, like if they see you out like drinking and having a good time or like twerking, something like that, they're like, oh, you get scrutinized and people judge you. Yeah. Like a lot, you know what I mean? To build on what you're saying, I was just thinking about people that are trying to date you. And, you know, we have conversations sometimes on social media about, is chivalry dead? Like, who is someone that is progressive as far as I'm a woman and I'm independent financially, I'm stable, I work out. Oh, come on now. Not yet. Wait, sorry. So getting a call and it's just like, y'all gotta wait. I'll holler at y'all later. But anyway, so it's like you're strong, you're independent, you're all these things, but you're still a woman and you still want to be treated. So I want you to be treated like a woman. So I want you to talk about, how about this? What are some myths that people have either about you, believe about you personally, or believe about women that are in your similar status in life? And and just knock those down like one by one. Like, what is something that somebody thinks about you that just isn't true?
So I want to say that people don't think I need help, because I always will do things on my own, and I learned to try to like not be this way, but asking for help, I don't like to ask for help ever. Or when people offer me help, I'm like, no, I got it. I got it, but it will make my life easier if I accept the help. Or if, like, I feel like that's just the biggest thing, is like thinking someone doesn't need help. Everyone needs help. Everyone needs something. You're like, oh, she got it, she'll be okay. Like, no, even if I got it, help me.
Right. Because and I would like for you to, how about this? There is a trope, just a stereotype about Black women, the strong Black woman. And I would like for you, as someone that is physically strong but still is a human being, I would like to ask you, how damaging is it when people, and specifically Black men or even Black women, feed into the stereotype that you're a strong Black woman, you will be okay, you don't need help? How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I don't think it's a good thing, because everyone, like I said, everyone needs help, and it does take a toll on your mental health, because then you start believing that you're like, okay, well, I don't need help. And then people put their problems on you a lot, because they're like, well, Kavonna's strong, Kavonna can do it, Kavonna takes on all this stuff, Kavonna can help me. I'm like, oh, I can even help myself right now, I'm helping you. But that's just kind of the person I am, to always still put people ahead of me. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's how I'm supposed to be. I feel like that's why I'm here, really, is to help people. Because I don't know.
No, I got you, and I see you. I don't want to make anything happen, but I do see that your eyes. I can see how much you care about that. I can see in your eyes that it means something to you. So I appreciate you for sharing that. Just because I think, obviously, I'm not a Black woman, but as someone that is a fan of Black women, like, I feel like you are under a lot of pressure for a lot of different reasons, and that energy is coming from outside of the Black community, and it's also coming from within the Black community.
Yeah. But I would say it's okay, because I always remind myself, like, I'm supposed to be this way. Like, I'm supposed to help people. So it's always, the good always outweighs the bad. And I'm always going to be okay.
Right.
I'm always going to be okay.
That's right. Now, you know what? I wanted to ask a couple other questions about just you in general, but I think what we're going to do now is we're going to get into what is your passion right now? What is the business that you started? And just tell me the quick story about how you got into this business.
Okay, so my passion right now and what I'm into right now is called Pout Fitness. It's a female-only gym. So I decided to start this March of 2021. So it actually happened extremely fast. I decided to make the business, started hustling, and decided to get a spot to actually make a facility. So I decided to do that because I was into fitness, and I started bringing girls to the gym with me to work out, and people were like, Kavonna, why don't you just start getting paid? I'm like, I'll get paid to do it. I'll bring them with me. So then I decided, because we're at the gym or we're outside working out, and guys are always looking at us, bothering us. I actually had guys videotape me before, or outside, like down North Shore, I had like guys sit in front of us, just watch us work out. And I'm like, well, I need to actually make this. It wasn't gonna be a thing until it decided to be a thing. I was like, I wanna make Pout Fitness an actual location that females can come to feel comfortable. But before that, it wasn't supposed to be Pout Fitness. It was supposed to be Pout Ink and Aesthetics. I decided that I wanted to start this is whenever I decided I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I was trying to figure out kind of what I wanted to do. And I was apprenticing my dad. He's a tattoo artist. So he was teaching me how to do tattoos, and I was going to do like micro
blading.
Yeah, all the microblading stuff, everything like that,
makeup,
piercing. Yeah, so it was going to be a salon for catered to like females to feel comfortable, because whenever you go like get anything done, like tattoos, piercing, all that stuff, sometimes you feel uncomfortable, with men. But I was like, I would love this, because I'm creative, I'm artsy, this could be great. I have this whole vision, whole business plan. And then I fell into the fitness thing. And I was like, I just need to just do this, because this can really take off. And like, nobody does this. So I just started building on that, and I just didn't stop building, and I always had new ideas. So then I just kept creating, and I created my space. It was all about the atmosphere and the aesthetic. Like you said, pink turf. I have pink turf. I have a bunch of mirrors. But yeah, that's kind of how I started.
Wow.
And to kind of go back before that, before the Pout business I wanted to start, I was doing a meal prep delivery company.
Okay.
Yeah, I was doing that because health and fitness.
Yeah.
and I kind of let it flop because I wasn't getting like a lot of good sales. It was called Kay's Kitchen. It was called Kay's Kitchen Meal Prep.
Gotcha.
But I let it flop a little bit, and then I got discouraged. So then I never went back to it. I let it die off, and I'm kind of upset with myself because it could have took off. But first business, I was so distraught that I wasn't getting so many good sales.
How old were you at the time?
That was right before
this. Okay, so yeah.
It was during the pandemic, actually.
And just for our viewers and listeners' sake, and how old are you now?
I'm 26, so I was 25.
Right, very right. Still young, but 25 and 26 in business terms, as far as you having like getting close to a year under your belt is a big difference in being 25 and trying to enter it.
Yeah, but just keep going. Honestly, that's kind of my thing. Keep going. Just keep going. Something's going to happen if you keep going. Just never give up. Even though that, I gave up on that, I was like, well, I got to do something else. What am I going to do? You know, I was very determined to be an entrepreneur, to be a business owner, because I knew that's what I wanted to do.
Right. Well, I want to give you, I'll do it this time.
I forgot about the buttons.
Right. It's all good. You're telling your story. So I definitely want to give you applaud your stick-to-itiveness. I looked it up. That is a word. But yeah, I want to applaud you for just your consistency and you being able, your perseverance, for you being able to work through like, hey, I tried my hand at a business before. It didn't really go the way I wanted it to. And maybe I wasn't contributing all my energy because it wasn't my true passion. It was a passion, but it wasn't the one that gets me out of bed. And I'm glad that you found your way with Pout Fitness. The reason why I wanted to fast forward to what you're doing today is because earlier when we were talking about strong women, strong black women, stereotypes about strong women, I feel like to bounce it back to fitness, how many women think that fitness is kind of, even though you have to be, this is my opinion, I'm not a fitness person, but from the outside looking in, it seems like even though you do have to be internally motivated to get up, to meal prep, to just stick to a regimen, at the same time, just like they say, no one gets through life completely by themselves. No one becomes quote unquote, well, let me not say no one. Let me just say that it's hard for people to achieve their true fitness goals without at least one person saying like your
pushing
trainer.
them.
Yeah. So the reason why I bring this up, and I'm gonna let you get it, is how important is it for you with your clients that you work with? And just even before we even touch any weights, you're just talking to a woman that just heard about you, watched the We're Really Not That Secure podcast or the Devin Zoolander show, and they saw you and they're like, yo, like, I want to work out with you, but I'm scared and I feel like I can't do it by myself. What do you say to a woman like that?
So usually I have them come in to talk to me. So I give them a free 30-minute session. We have a conversation and I ask them, why do you want to get into fitness? Or why do you want to start working out? And they'll usually say like a breakup happened or they want to feel better about themselves. Their mental health is down. And I explain to them my process whenever I bring them in to start training. So we train to make our mental feel better and our physical, and we start out slow. So you shouldn't be scared to come in because whenever you come in, I'm not going to kill you.
Right.
Yeah. So you come in slow. We start using lower weights, bands, and everything like that. And I like to make it fun. I don't want you to come in and be like, oh, I hate going to Kavonna. She kills me every time. I try to make it fun, and I like to talk, and we like to talk things out. And even if my clients have problems and stuff, sometimes they stay after or they come early and we talk. So it's more so a community, because a lot of my clients meet each other too and they end up being friends, but it's more so a community, and I don't want to say like a mentorship, but it's not like your typical gym. It's not your typical training vibe. Like, we're all women, and I know life's hard being a woman, especially getting into fitness and stuff, and it's all about just making yourself feel better. Like, everybody feels better when they come to the gym, and that's 100%. It might suck whenever you're working out, but afterwards you're like, I'm happy I went. Like, you're gonna feel so much better.
Yeah.
Did that answer your question? I feel like I was just blabbering.
No, I have to think about what my question was, actually. I think I asked you about, meeting women for the first time that are interested but are a little bit hesitant to dive all the way in with what you do. And I think you answered, because I think what I was really trying to draw attention to is that, you know how you said strong, like which you can definitely, you have complete license to make this shirt, like strong women need help too, or whatever you want to call it. Like, the reason why I guess I asked you the question, I think you did kind of answer, but I'll give you another opportunity to go at it again, is because being a strong woman, you still need a spotter sometimes, depending on what kind of workout you're doing. Yeah. Or sometimes you need somebody to I can't actually get my water right now. Sometimes I need, or somebody give me a pep talk.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess
like aiding them through their workouts. Yes. Yeah. I definitely do that.
Yeah.
Like, grab them their water, be like, "Are you okay? Okay, we're gonna take another minute break. You're gonna be okay." Pushing them through, giving them motivation. That's a lot. They come there a lot because all my women that come to me are strong.
Right.
They're all strong, but sometimes you need a little push.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely gonna push you.
Right.
I'll definitely push you.
You're gonna push, but you're not gonna kill. There's a
No.
difference. Push,
I'm not gonna
kill.
make you hate it. I'm gonna make you love it. I'm
Right.
gonna make you love it. And another thing I do is I show them my process and what I went through too. So I tell them my story and I show them pictures. I'll show them videos of myself, like whenever I was working out at the beginning. And that's like, oh, okay, I could do that too. I'm like, if I could do it, why can't you? There's no difference between me and you, girl.
Right.
There's no difference.
Right. Yeah, I appreciate that because I feel like that authenticity is like which the biggest thing you have going for you. It's not your beauty, it's not your talent, it's not your strength. It's the fact that you see something in the women that you're working with, and you see greatness within them. And rather than try to, crush that or test that or haze them and say, look, if you don't make it through this obstacle course, you can't train with me. You're actually with them from the very beginning. Almost like, what it reminds me of? I was watching All American recently, and there is a storyline on the show where one of the main characters has had her battles with drugs, and she has what's called a sponsor in the program that she's in. And even though, not to say the women that you work with are damaged in any way, but like you say, we come to the gym for different reasons, and it can't all just be for like physical. There's something else.
Kind of like a therapy session too.
Yeah.
They'll come to me talking about stuff. I love it though.
Right.
I love my clients. They're great.
Right.
We really have a good time. But another thing, like me showing them what I went through, like the pictures and everything, because I started exactly where they started. So they love seeing that. Like, same point they did, I did that. But I also did that. I didn't have a trainer doing it. I started at the beginning of the pandemic. And I broke up with my ex-boyfriend. So I decided, I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna be good. This is the first time I'm by myself. I don't really feel good about myself. I gained weight over those couple of years. I'm like, oh, I gotta get it in. So I had 2 8-pound dumbbells and a booty band, and I was in the house, and I started doing 2 days at the house. Lost 30 pounds in 3 months.
Wow. Okay, okay.
It was.
Yeah, I was looking for it. I could, because sometimes I get mixed up with what orange is and what yellow is. I got you. Yep.
Yeah, and then I started going from there. But I feel like that was the peak of how I am now. That really showed me, okay, Kavonna, if you can do that, you could do anything you put your mind to.
Real quick, and I want to be respectful. So if this is too much, you don't have to answer. You can respectfully decline. But going back into the breakup from your ex to you beginning your in-house workout regimen, I just wanted to know, if you don't mind sharing, what caused you were you always like that 30 pounds? Is that how you normally are and you just lost it, or was it like something, a depression or something that?
It definitely was a depression. Like, during that period of time, that was probably the worst time of my life. Like, a couple months before the pandemic hit, and then during the pandemic, probably the worst I felt mentally. I definitely was depressed, and it was a lot. But I knew nobody's gonna make me feel better. I have to make myself feel better. And I'm like, well, one way I can help myself feel better a little bit is make myself look better, because this isn't how I usually, like, I'm not used to looking like this. Even though I didn't look bad, you know what I mean? All sizes are beautiful. But for me, my body type, I was like, oh, and I'm single? Oh, I got to get this body right.
Right. I see, and it's times like this that I wish I had like a whistle sound effect. I can probably find one on the phone. But anyway, I'll more on that later. But I'm glad that you said that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That definitely is a big part.
Yeah, and I thank you for being vulnerable and open enough to say that, because we can't just say, because I keep thinking about this strong thing. Check on your strong friends.
Check on your strong friends.
What does that mean to you?
Just check it. Be like, you good? That's it. That's all you need to do is like, you good? And I do have a couple people in my life that do that for me, and I appreciate them so much. And I'm always gonna say, yeah, I'm good. But really, all you have to do for your strong people is just send them a text or give them a call, or just ask them if they're good, because they'll appreciate it. They might not tell you anything that's wrong or accept your help, but they're definitely gonna appreciate it and remember that.
Right. And to build on what you're saying, how important is it for even the ones that you love that constantly check in on you to make sure that your mental health is good, how important is it for them also to believe you when you say that you're good? Because there are times when you want them to come in and kind of save the day and help you, make you feel better. But there are other
but
times.
You don't want to tell them or ask.
Right, but right, I agree with what you're saying, and I think where I was also going though, but there are also times where people do things for you on your behalf that you didn't ask them to, and it's just like, do my words not mean anything? So it's like that back and forth. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I feel like that never happened to me.
Okay, well, you can't relate. That's cool. I'm glad that.